Hello, it's Lloyd here. Just going to talk today a little bit about the power of consistency. I make sure I have to do this. I make sure that I paint or draw every single day, and I've been doing that for the last few years, probably about 4 years now. And during that 4 years, I certainly think my work has developed, improved, got better, and it's been that kind of drive towards getting better, and just looking at what I've done previously and learning from that. All right, so in a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the work that I've done over the last, I've got some on display here, so I'm going to show you some of the work that I've done, and you can kind of see, hopefully, the progression that I've made on my journey towards becoming an artist. So this one here is a very early painting I did of Jim Morrison. Hopefully you can see that's Jim Morrison. So yeah, I think it's maybe the first time I ever used acrylics. So like lots of places on the canvas empty and things. This is probably left over from when I painted in watercolours. I still paint in watercolours, but I used a lot of space and things like that. Left a lot of the white paper through, so you can kind of see that white tone. Over here, there's some more of my work. Over here, this is another one. This one. I like this one. Again, this is a very, very early one, but I think you can kind of see the progression. I'm starting to push myself a little bit more. Excuse the plant in the way there. So yeah, this is. You can definitely see I'm starting to develop tones and things like that. And looking at more at colour in terms of like the flesh and trying to really create some kind of 3D effect. Looking at that, I'm quite pleased, and I'm using some really nice chroma as well, and especially on the ear. I love that bit. This one here, this is called the Sculptor. This is again and more progression. I think you can see I'm working harder on getting more of the detail, really trying to push that element of it, and also really trying to get involved with some of the sort of flesh colours in the head and playing with those kind of different tones and stuff. So this is a very early John Pertwee that I did. This here, hello, you can see me in the shadow there, in the reflection. This is Tom Baker. This is one of my early watercolours. This here is Auntie Sandra. This is one of my later paintings, and again I think you can really see the progression when you compare it to Jim Morrison. There we go, I don't even think it looks like the same artist. So I really wanted to go and kind of get into the skin tones and look at the detail and things there. So, you can see this. And this has come from like continuous work every single day. So this is my little boy. This is the last one I've done. And I wanted to kind of keep it a little simple, but like really capture his innocence, playing a little bit more with skin tones and different colours and things. So I wanted to try and create more of a, sort of get the flesh colours in there, but also kind of get some of the greys and things that come out in children's complexions and stuff like that. So that was a little look through some of the work that I've done over the last few years, and kind of looking at the importance of consistency. This consistency started for me when I was first rejected by Sky Portrait Artist competition in the second year of the competition. How could they? I know, but they were right to do so. My work wasn't good enough. When I look at it, look at the work that I complete now to what it was then, it wasn't good enough. It was, it really wasn't. It's good. I'm not saying it wasn't good, but it wasn't good enough to be on that stage. I think even now, when I look back at some of the work that I've done previously, excuse the hand, I get excited, hand moves. But yeah, so some of the work that I've done previously that I thought, that's really good, I'm pretty pleased with that. I now see with fresh eyes and the learning that I've done that it wasn't good enough, that it needs a little bit more development, and this is part of it, isn't it? This is all about the journey that we're on. It's not just like my journey in art and things, but we're all on these special journeys, certain journeys to kind of develop and become better. So my last rejection for this year as Sky Portrait Artist, I then decided with that last rejection, you always get this moment, don't you, when you're rejected, you either think, oh, I'm just not good enough, I should stop. And if that happens, then you'll never find out if you could have been good enough, right? I always think of it, I'm not good enough at that moment, all right? I might be good enough in years to come. And I don't, let me just clarify as well, I don't paint specifically just for Sky Portrait Artist of the Year. I paint because I have to. I really have to. It's like oxygen to me. I really need to paint or draw or do something creative every single day. And I've formed that habit over the last 4 years. But yeah, my last rejection, that was the impetus for me to really push on, I think, and really develop my art even more, because I made a bigger commitment to my painting, and I decided that I was going to paint as many days in the week as I possibly can. It's probably about 5 days a week right now, and I do that by because I'm busy with my business and things. But I do that by getting up at 5:15 virtually every morning. It's not always every morning, but virtually every morning, and coming downstairs in the peace and quiet, put a podcast on or an audio book on, and I paint, and it's lovely. If you'd told me 3, 4, 5 years ago, 10 years ago that I'd be doing this, I would have thought you were absolutely mental. But like for me, painting is something that I would get up for at 5:15 in the morning and paint, and do, because it's a passion of mine. It really is. I love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, that's it. Just a little kind of rambling video about consistency and, doing what you need to do in order to get better. So yeah, everyone can get better. Or, if you've got a passion for something, that passion can be driven. You can drive you through your actions and through the commitment of what you do. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye bye.